Ode to Georgiana Duchess of Devonshire by Samuel Taylor Coleridge. And hail the chapel, hail the platform wild, where Tell directed the avenging dart, with well-strung arm at first preserved his child. Splendor's fondly fostered child, and did you hail the platform wild, where once the Austrian fell beneath the shaft of Tell? O lady, nursed in pomp and pleasure, whence learned you that heroic measure? Light as a dream your days where circlets ran, from all the teachers' brotherhood to man. Far, far remove, from want, from hope, from fear, enchanting music lulled your infant ear, Obeisant praises soothed your infant heart, Emblazonments and old ancestral crests, with many a bright obstrusive form of art, detained your eye from nature, stately vests, that veiling strove to deck your charms divine, rich viands and the pleasurable wine, were yours unearned by toil, nor could you see the unenjoyed toiler's misery. And yet, free nature's uncorrupted child, you hail the chapel and the platform wild, where once the Austrian fell beneath the shaft of Tell. O lady, nursed in pomp and pleasure, whence learned you that heroic measure? There crowd your finely fibred frame or living faculties of bliss, and genius to your cradle came, the forehead reft of lambent flame, and bending low of godlike kiss, breathed in a more celestial life, but boasts not many fair compere. A heart is sensitive to joy and fear, and some perchance might wage an equal strife, some few to nobler being wrought, co-rivals and the nobler gift afford. Yet these delight to celebrate a laureled war in plummy state, or in verse and music dress, tales of rustic happiness, pernicious tales, insidious strains, that steal the rich man's breast and mock the lot unblessed, sordid vices and the abject pains, which evermore must be the doom of ignorance and peony. But youth, free nature's uncorrupted child, you hailed the chapel and the platform wild, once the Austrian fell beneath the shaft of Tell. Lady, nursed in pomp and pleasure, we learned you that heroic measure. You were a mother, that most holy name which heaven and nature bless, and may not vilely prostitute to those whose infants owe them less, and the poor caterpillar was its gaudy parent fly. You were a mother, and your bosom fed the babes that loved you. You with laughing eye, each twilight thought, each nascent feeling read, which you yourself created. Oh, delight! A second time to be a mother, thought the mother's bitter groans, another thought, and yet another, by touch or taste, by looks or tones, of a growing sense to roll, the mother of your infant soul. The angel of the earth, who while he guides his chariot planet round the goal of day, or trembling gazes on the eye of God, a moment turned his awful face away. And as he viewed you from his aspect sweet, new influences in your being rose, blessed intuitions and communions fleet, with living nature in her joys and woes. Whenceforth your soul rejoiced to see the shrine of social liberty. O beautiful, O nature's child, 'twas whence you hailed the platform wild, where once the Austrian fell beneath the shaft of Tell. O lady, nursed in pomp and pleasure, whence learned you that heroic measure?